know this is pretty good when you're doing it live right now. And let me tell you, there were some technical difficulties last week. Who knows what they wanted to do? Maybe they wanted to suppress the knowledge. But we're not going to let that happen, right, people? The number to call in tonight is 347-934-0378. You got a UFO sighting you want to report? Share it to the world right now. Right, people, get to it. Let's get to it. As always, just roll the dice. Don't screen our calls. Just let it roll, and we find out the truth from the public. Let's get to it right now. You're live. Thanks for joining us, 919. This is Third Phase of Moon. 919, you there?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. How are you doing today?
You're doing pretty good. You're the first caller in. Welcome to the show. Where are you calling in from?
North Carolina.
All right. And your name?
Ron.
All right, Ron. Welcome.
Okay,
what do you got to share?
Okay, I texted you, and I tried to call a couple of times. Like you said, last week I couldn't even get through. I'm the one that called you. I was in the Coast Guard. Back in 1970, 71, 72, I was aboard a Coast Guard cutter Spencer. And we were out on Ocean Station Echo, that's like a couple of 100 miles off of the North Carolina coast, near the Bermuda Triangle area. And while we were at sea, it was at nighttime, and the seas were calm, and there was an announcement that come up on board, there's a UFO. And there was 140 men aboard this ship at the time. Probably about at least 100 of us went up and saw this. And we went up on deck, and there was this UFO, sort of like a iridescent, changing colors. Then it was bright lights, and then there was like these portholes. A friend of mine was a marine science technician. He had some state-of-the-art cameras, Olympic, with telephoto lenses and that, and he took pictures of all this stuff. And we watched this thing, and it would come down, and then just turn around, and that's when you could see these little portholes in that, with look like dots. I could see. Then it would go up and it was like showing up. It was like doing 90-degree things in the sky. It turns, come back down, and we took all these pictures and that. And when we got, like I said, a marine science technician took pictures of all this with the telephoto lenses. And actually, with I saw the pictures, you could actually see these beings looking down through those portholes with the telephoto lenses. And when we got back in the port in Yankee Pier on Governor's Island, New York, usually if you don't have duty, there's 3 duty sections, you get to go on 72 hours of liberty. Well, I was already, and usually you're allowed to go off the ship. Well, back then I never heard of a thing called Men in Black. I mean, I never heard of anything like that. And actually there was these 6, 7 guys walking down. They were Men in Black coming down the pier, and they came aboard our ship, and they didn't let nobody off the ship. Seriously. And they came aboard our ship.
Yeah. Okay.
And they came on board, and we were told nobody's going to leave the ship until we're interrogated by these people or interviewed by them. So we had to go downstairs in the mess deck, and each one of us were interrogated. And when it came to my turn, I'm standing in front of this guy got a black hat on, dark sunglasses on down below with this Men in Black type of looking thing. And he's telling me, he says, you didn't see nothing. He says that we had to sign affidavits that you never saw nothing, that if you go to the news media, that they threatened our lives. They said that you would never be found again. And I laughed. 21-year-old guy or whatever. I was kind of, cocky. I thought, yeah, really. Never, I wasn't worried about it. But you were not going to get off that ship until you signed that affidavit. So I signed it, and I got off the ship when we finally got off the ship. And then I found out my friend that was the marine science technician, they confiscated all of his camera equipment, all the pictures, like I said, the ones that I saw, so he could develop them right there. And, of course, they didn't give him any money for it, just took all of his stuff. And like I said, they pretty much threatened our lives, said that you'll be gone, nobody ever finds your body again.
They threatened your life?
Oh, yes, they threatened our lives.
Did they say what kind of government agency they work for?
They didn't say who they were. They didn't produce any identification, none whatsoever. I mean, they were just sitting there saying, we had to sit down, and they just started telling us you didn't see nothing. If you go to the news media, that we have this affidavit saying that you didn't see nothing aboard that ship. And like I said, there was 100 of us. We all saw it. And, I mean, everybody saw it. And like I said, with the you should have seen the pictures of the beings looking down at us. And I was, it was just, you know, it was 100% you, not ours.
This is just incredible. Ron, thanks for calling in. Can I ask you, why are you sharing this now? Have you shared this information with anybody before?
I think once before. Why am I sharing it now? I'm 64 years old now. If they want to kill me, that's fine. But actually, I was pretty terrified most of my life about. They meant it. I know they meant it.
All right, we just. What was your captain? It was you're 21 years old. There was, you know, grown men, adults. I know 21. You think you can rule the world at that point, and you know everything. But let me tell you, what were the adults doing at the time?
Same thing. I mean, they were allowed to say nothing either. I mean, everybody on that ship was not allowed to say nothing.
And the captain went along with this?
Oh yes. Evidently, the captain went along with it because these men, when they came down the pier, as we were docking. It was in Yankee Pier in Governor's Island, New York. My ship was the Coast Guard Cutter Spencer. It was a 327-foot ship. As we're docking, here comes these six. I think there were 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. These guys, and you know, just like what you saw in Men in Black. But like I said, I never heard of it. There was no such thing as Men in Black. I never heard of that back then. But that's exactly what they were, and they come aboard the ship and. Here's the thing: you really don't come aboard the ship without, you know, authorization. You'd have to, you know, a salute and all this other stuff. But evidently, the government allowed them to come on board, and like I said, again, they never identified themselves. I don't know who they were affiliated with, whether they are government. We just figured they were our government, because actually, I was the radioman on board who sent the secure teletype message to Washington D.C. about this.
All right, this is quite incredible to me, because when you're visited by the Men in Black, you know there's something seriously going on, because they know that you have something that's jeopardizing this national phenomenon right now. So let's hear about this evidence. That's what I want to get. So you have all these photographs. You were able to look at them before you even got into the. How'd you get these developed at the time?
Oh, see, it takes us 2 or 3 days to get in the ship. I mean, in the port from once you're out of Ocean Station.
So you developed the film on board the ship in the darkroom.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but I know he was a marine science technician at MST. And yeah, he developed the pictures. You know, the next day.
Amazing.
We all looked at them.
Okay, so you guys must have been like, okay. So this was in broad daylight. You say you actually saw alien beings, or what appeared to be alien beings, peeking out through the portals, or what? Tell me more about the detail, please.
This was at night. I was actually like asleep, and they woke everybody up to tell us to come up on deck to see this. It was a pitch black night. The seas were totally calm. Another thing, when you're out, you know, I'm sure this thing saw it, because you see a ship with all its running lights in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Anything up above you is going to see you.
So we posted a video recently of somebody who wants to remain anonymous because of, you know, this gets kind of serious, and these guys mean serious business. It sounds like it when they're saying, you know, basically you might not ever be seen again kind of language. And we released this video from New Orleans. Did you get to see this video that we posted up on Third Phase?
I see a lot of your videos, but I'm not sure if I saw that one. So a lot of them are amazing videos, and they're fantastic videos. I watch them all the time.
Hey, Ron, that's cool. I want you to take a look at the latest one. I think it's within the past week and a half, we released this video. It's up to, you know, a few 100,000 views, and it apparently looks like these 2 guys that look exactly dead ringers, like the Men in Black. And I want to see if they look familiar to you, because I want to know, how big is this organization? How many Men in Black are they? See if we could identify these people through an archive. Let me tell you, what did these guys look like? Were they pale? Did they look weird? What was their mannerisms like?
Okay, their mannerisms were like robotic. They all looked alike. I mean, each one of them, they all looked alike as they were coming down the pier. They had black hats on, dark black sunglasses. I don't think they had eyebrows, or I didn't see any. Their face was just a blank look at you. The way they talked was like a machine talking. They didn't talk like I'm talking now.
So they're very strange, obscure. The way they moved just kind of wasn't natural. It didn't seem natural. You got a weird feeling about these guys, besides the things that they were saying.
At the time, yes, I saw them coming up, they never. Of course, the first time I ever seen them, I didn't know what was going on. I just saw them coming aboard, and I, what is it? Who are these guys? And I'm getting ready to go. When you're out at sea for 30, 40 days, you can't wait to get off the ship and go take off and get on a plane and go home. And to be stopped and told nobody's leaving the ship, we're dressed in our regular street clothes, ready to leave, and they tell us you're not leaving any place. And it took like probably 2 hours or something of the interrogations for them to get through all of us. It was just robotic type of people that looked at you like total, like professional. I don't know how else to put it. I guess they were just scary. I mean, they're scary.
Let me ask you this, Ron. After the years have gone by since this traumatic experience, because you'll never forget it, it seems like basically you're held at gunpoint saying you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to sign this, you're going to keep your mouth shut, or you'll never be found again. Now years go by. You're sharing this live for the first time. We're hearing this stuff. So this is quite amazing. You got some. You're brave, man, and that's cool. I really like that. What I want to know, do you communicate with your friends? Do you ever talk about this encounter? What you guys saw that day?
I have tried my best to get in touch with other shipmates and have not been able to.
That's weird. All right, Ron, before I let you go, I want one more thing. I want to get the exact date, the ship you were on, and the port that you arrived in, so we could maybe look it up, get some images off this, pull this information up.
Okay. Actually, I think there's a website too that has the Coast Guard Cutter Spencer UFO. If you Google that, you'll find the story. It was the Coast Guard Cutter Spencer. It was WHIC, which stands for Weather High Endurance Cutter 36, 327-foot ship, and our home port was Yankee Pier on Governor's Island, New York.
Okay, Rod, we're going to look that up. Man, I got to say, that was one of the craziest first phone calls I've ever gotten right here at Third Phase Moon. And you know what, man? I believe you 100%. I know from how I hear people, and I've spoken to a lot of people, I just know that I believe your story. So I got to thank you for calling in tonight, Ron. I really appreciate it. Amazing.
Okay, I'm glad I was able to share it.
Absolutely. That was a wild ride, wasn't it, everybody? Men in Black. They're real. Are they aliens? Are they robots? Are they genetically engineered hybrids? Who the F knows? I don't know, people. All I know is there's something going on in regards to UFOs, the Men in Black, suppression, weird stuff. Blake Cousins, hang on for the ride. This is Third Phase of Moon. Call in. We'll be right back. Wow. Amazing information coming in. Everybody's along for the ride. It's June 17th, 2016. Welcome, world. Incredible information coming in. I love this. I love Friday night. So we're going to bring in 909. We're going to see what other kind of stories around the world. Okay. Bring that down. We're going to bring it down. I'm going to give 909 a chance. We're going to put you on air, but we need the line controlled on the audio. You got it? We're going to give you one more chance. 909, you ready? 909, you there? 909. Okay. What are they looking at over there? We're going to bring them back. See if we can get them in. Not sure what's going on. A lot of callers in. Listen. Weird sounds, people. Weird sounds, Men in Black. Let's bring them back in. Area code 313. 313, you there? Hello. Okay, people. That's what I got to say. What the Getting strange, people. Getting strange. We're going to bring in more callers. I don't know what's going on. Try this. 281, you're live. Third Phase of Moon. You're on live.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah. Hello. Doing pretty good. This is Blake Cousins. You're on live. Where are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from South Texas.
All right. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
what's your name?
Going?
Doing good.
My name's Daniel.
Okay, Daniel. One or the other. What's up? From Texas, Daniel.
Yeah.
You got a story you want to tonight?
Well, I used to live in Houston a couple of months ago, and I've seen a couple of videos posted lately of happenings in Houston. And like I said, I was living up there about 3 months ago. I moved down to South Texas, but when I was in Houston, I did photograph an object in the sky, and then I moved down here, and I've taken photographs and witnessed interesting anomalies, to say the least. And I enjoy your videos, too. I've been watching your videos for the last couple of months, too. So I just, I don't know, I just wanted to call in and say, yeah, I enjoy, the whole thing. It's interesting.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks for getting in touch, because we're having some audio interference. I don't know what's going on, and there's strange things happening over the skies. Obviously, in Texas, it's a hot spot this past month. A lot of reports coming in from Texas. A lot of evidence.
Yeah.
So you grabbed this camera.
Definitely.
What did you see? Did you wanted to capture something? You saw something in the sky, and you're like, I gotta document this. What did it look like?
Well, I mean, when I was in Houston, I lived like 30 minutes from NASA, and so, you always hear about those kind of things. So I don't know, I just started like taking photographs of the night sky and just seeing a bunch of clouds. But every night I would go out and just kind of like stargaze or whatever. And after many, many photographs, one particular photograph like was it, it was kind of like after 100 pictures of nothing, you catch one and you're like, wow, and it just, it looked to be like a bright star when I was taking the photographs, but, when I looked at it, it looked like something else. So, and then I started taking pictures after that, I just kind of like, you catch one, you're like, awesome, I'm not wasting my time or whatever, and so, yeah, you just kind of start taking photographs. The interesting thing for me is when I watch your videos, it's kind of like I've never witnessed an object like that, like people are seeing it in the sky. When I take photographs, it's almost like I don't see these objects until I look at the pictures, They're there, and I take a picture of something that looks kind of strange or whatever. But when I go back and look at them and kind of blow them up, you see it, But I can't say I witnessed it, like I'm staring at it and I'm taking photographs of it. No, these are just kind of like I'm just taking photographs of the sky or things or clouds or just things like that. But when you go back and look at them, you'll see them, you know what I mean? And it's like, wow, there's something right there.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just never know when you're going to capture something. And random pictures, you pick up these anomalies that you just can't explain, and I understand that 100%. Daniel, thanks for calling in. And I got a feeling you might be capturing something in the future that we just can't really explain. And it's going to look like some of the things you see right here at Third Phase. Keep your eyes on the skies, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. We got lots of callers in. We're going to try and bring back 3-1. Uh-oh.